Hello everyone, welcome to this section of the course. In this section we're going to get started with creating and hosting your own deep web or onion website. So basically in a nutshell I'm going to be showing you how to create and host your own deep web website. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is just showing you the process. We're going to be using Linux, more specifically Ubuntu. You can use any other Linux distro you want, and that's what I would recommend because it's easier and manageable instead of using Windows. You could do it with Windows, but I'm not going to go into that because it's a really tedious process. And again, you're basically going to be turning your computer into a server, and you don't want it to be running Windows, trust me. So I'm going to be using Ubuntu. I'm running this on my Ubuntu machine right now. So let me just open up a terminal. This is how we get started. So open up a terminal and you want to enter root. All right, so I'm going to enter root right now. So that's sudo bash. I'm going to enter my password. All right, if you guys have a password, enter it and it should grant you root access. Now, first thing we need to do is we need to install the Tor unit. All right, the unit package for Linux. So apt, not the browser, the Tor unit package, apt get install Tor. All right, and it's going to ask you to install it, and if once it's installed, it's going to just complete. I've already have it installed, so I don't need to go through that. So once that's done, we're going to have to browse through to a few directories here. So what you want to do is you want to, if you guys are not familiar with the Linux command line, just follow me along. It's the same process, but for those of you who are accustomed to how the Linux terminal works, you'll get the idea. So we're going to change the directory to cd and to the etc or etc folder, and it's going to open that, and let me just list the directories. All right, so we're going to then move into the cd Tor, I believe. If you have installed Tor, this folder should exist. All right, so there it is. You then want to use a text editor to edit the Tor C file right here. So I'm going to use gedit. If you're running Linux, this should come pre-installed on Ubuntu. If you're using Kali Linux, use the LeafPad, or if you want to do it through the terminal, you can use Nano, the Nano or the Vim editor. So what we're going to get started with is gedit Tor C. This is the file we want to edit right here and add something there. So I'm just going to open that up, and it's going to open up that file in this nice document folder. Now, as you can see, you want to scroll all the way to the bottom, and you want to enter these two lines here. So I'm going to get rid of them, and I'll show you. Oops, excuse me. I'm going to get rid of these two lines. Let me get rid of them. All right. So basically, what we have to get started with what we have to enter in now is the following. All right. So we have to just follow along as I type, right? So you want to type in, let me just see if I can let me just say hidden. All right, so make sure that you don't leave a hash before, because we want to actually activate these commands. So just copy what I'm doing. Hidden service directory, just the way I've punctuated it. Var, we want to store this in the var library Tor and the Tor hidden Tor hidden underscore service. All right, so once that line is done, we can now go to the next line, and we want to type in hidden service port. All right, hidden service port 80, because that's the default 80. For those of you accustomed to networking, you'll understand this. You now want to get your IP address. All right, now I'll explain something about this. So just open your terminal, another terminal if you can, and just type in ifconfig if you're using Linux, right? ifconfig. This will work on any Linux distro, and you want to go to your current network adapter, and you want to go to the inet section right here. And you want to just copy this. Will be your public, your private, your local IP address. In order for you to host this to the whole entire planet, meaning globally share this website and host it through your machine, you'll basically give it your real IP address or set up a server. but to demonstrate, I'm just going to be using my local IP address. So that's the one there. So I'm just going to copy it. So after the 80, give a space and paste that there. All right. You then want to enter colon and 80. 80 again. All right. So once that's done, those are the two lines that we needed to enter. So let's just save that. Right. So once that's saved, close this file and we can open up the terminals again where we were working. All right. So let's clear that. Now we want to start the Tor service. All right. So this is why I said we need to install the Tor unit. So to install the Tor service, we just want to hit service. Again, for those of you who are accustomed to the Linux command line, you'll know how to start these stuff. So service Tor start. All right. And it's going to start the Tor service if you installed it. Next, what we want to do is we need to install Apache 2. Apache 2 is a live server. For those again of you who are accustomed to web development will understand what Apache is for. Just creates a local host where you can access your website and edit it, etc, etc. So to do that, you just want to hit apt install Apache 2. All right, and as you can see, I already have it installed, but yours, if it's not installed, it's going to install it for you, and you're basically ready to go. So next thing you want to do is hit service Apache 2 and we want to start it. All right, there we are. So that started, and now what we can do is we need to browse into the folders that we have set. So to do that, I'm gonna just hit Nautilus. Nautilus is a root file browser or file explorer, so I'm just gonna open Nautilus. All right, and it's going to open my file explorer. So I'm going to go into the hard drive where Ubuntu is installed, and you want to go to this directory. So you want to go into var, all right, var library, Tor. You want to go into Tor. So this should be down here, Tor, and you want to go into hidden service and the host name. All right, your host name is basically your deep web link, your Onion website link. So just leave that open, and now we can go all the way back to your hard drive, and you want to go into var, all right, and www and your HTML. So this is your Apache folder, and this index.html is your actual website source code. So let's say we wanted to create a test website. I'm going to open a text editor. I'm going to be using Atom because I am also a web developer. So if you guys are obviously accustomed to web development, this should be no surprise for you. So let's create a new file, and let me just save this as I'm going to save it on my desktop as index. It's going to be a very simple website, index.html. I'm going to save that, right? And let's just get let me just enter the syntax. All right, so there we are. I'm just going to call it test deep web site. That's the title of the website. In the body, I'm just going to create a container, div container, and let's call this welcome to the website. We're not using Bootstrap, so I really can't style it much more than that, but this is just a simple website. We can give it some simple styling, some internal styling. Style is equals to color, let's say red. You guys don't have to do this because when you'll be creating your own website, it's all up to you. Just basically creating a text website HTML file, so I can just show you that it works. So we're basically going to say welcome to the website. This site was created for the deep web. All right, so I'm gonna save this, and we can exit now. Now we're going to get rid of this index.html. I'm going to move it to the trash, and we're going to move in the one we've just created, which is in the var, ww, and html folder. So I'm going to copy it in there. So once that's done, we are almost getting to where we wanted to get. Next thing, you need to download the Tor browser, the actual Tor browser, as I showed you guys. So basically what you want to do is just open up your browser and search for Tor. Tor, simple as that, and it's going to take you to the website right here. Just click on that website, and just hit download. And again, you can just select your architecture right here. We're using Linux for this, so download the Linux version. And now I'm going to open my file explorer. Right here, I'm going to go to my downloads. I already have the Tor browser extracted, so all I have to do is just hit Tor browser, and hopefully it should start the Tor browser, and we can basically paste the link to our website, which hopefully should be running because of the Apache. So let the Tor browser start up. There we are. Now I'm going to just copy the link that belongs to our website. Let's copy this and let's paste this and go. And hopefully if it worked through the ports and the Apache, we should get, there we are. So welcome to this website. This website was created by the deep web, and if you see, we can basically, this is what we wrote, and that's the basic web page. So as you can see, this is an Onion website, and this is the basic website. Really very simple and meaningless website, but you guys get the idea. This is just showing you how to go about setting the environment up and basically creating a test website, and how to basically set up Apache. So that's basically it for this video, guys. It's not really that complicated, but as you can see, it's totally worth it, and it does work. So if you guys have any questions at all about anything that we've done in this section, just let me know in the Q&A section of the course.